Did you get your box of diarrhea in the mail?
Welcome back to Podcast The Hero.
This episode is going to be a melange. Do you like that word?
A melange.
Melange
toi.
No. A melange.
That's what you're talking about.
No.
We're going to introduce a guest and fuck him.
We're going to talk a little bit about the acoustic set.
Mm-hmm.
We have some viewer questions. We also have viewers live in the chat with us right now.
3 of them.
If you want to do this, if you want to do it, just check out Patreon, be a patron, and then you can come hang out with us and talk to us while we do this thing. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah.
We have a very extended game. So it's not like the normal game.
Is it like cricket where it can last like 2 weeks?
Yep.
God damn it.
It won't last that long. It won't last that long. But it's in honor of March Madness, which is essentially just to sell trucks.
Listen, who's Mark? And is he okay?
No, he's not.
He's mad.
We have a bracket thing we're going to do. I made a big brackety thing that we're going to go through. And we're going to talk about stuff in the bracket, and then we're going to have the people in the chat weigh in on what should win, and eventually we will have a winner of this bracket that we're going to do. Because that's what March Madness is all about, is brackets.
I understand that it is about brackets, but what I don't understand is brackets.
Yes, you do.
I don't think I do.
Brackets?
I had a 7-year-old talking to me about his March Madness bracket today, and I'm going, I don't understand how the brackets work.
Okay, so before we do that, we need to do our sponsors. So this episode is brought to you by Cornbot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The Corn Robot. And also by absolutely the best podcast, A Work in Progress. I was reminded, the name of the podcast is Absolutely the Best Podcast, A Work in Progress, not just Absolutely the Best Podcast.
Because there's one... Yeah, sorry, you go on.
Well, they said the reason it's a work in progress is they don't want to come off as like self-important and sort of dicks.
Ah.
So it's like it's a work in progress, right?
But
we're humble about it.
The purpose of it is to discuss what they believe are absolutely
the best things
of different varieties. I listened to the very first episode.
Yeah.
They're much
ranking
more
all the things.
They're much more organized than we are.
Yes.
I listened to them talk about Iron Man for a while. That was okay for me. I liked the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah, me too.
Now, when they started talking about the second Iron Man movie, I turned it off.
Because you never saw it. So you had
never saw it.
Reference.
But I didn't want to get spoilered. But I got to say, they seem like lovely people, and their podcast is a lot more organized than ours.
Yeah. Because it has a purpose.
Yeah.
Our podcast has no purpose.
But that's what makes it, what do you call it, evergreen?
It has porpoise.
It's got evergreen content. Like
it's got a porpoise, which is a dolphin.
Yeah, it's where you put your dick in a dolphin.
Porpoise?
Mm-hmm.
In their melange.
You know what? I like how we're just exemplifying exactly why our podcast is bullshit.
This episode is also brought to you by our patrons, _ Ashwin. Nice. Austin Matthews looks like a young Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Brett Boss Blackwood, drowning in a flood of mole asses.
Ew.
I think Rhodey and Fritzy should cosplay Star Trek characters or their own Star Trek original characters. It would be neat. They would.
What species would you go as?
I don't know. I want to be like Odo. I just want to be me in a bucket.
That's pretty good.
I think Odo is great because it's just a dude in a bucket.
I think you'd make a pretty hot Ferengi.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I could do Ferengi.
Yeah.
Get some of those big ears.
Yeah,
I do like having my ears played with.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Ew. You deviant? You're a deviant, Fritzy.
In Steven Exposure, High Tops, Anti-Human, Rhodey Loves My Dink, Zach,
And
Julia, Zach, the first Zach here. He's saying that this is a first Zach.
What Zach changed his name? Because it used to be Zach the...
We have all kinds of Zachs. There are too many. A common thread, and now a list of people's dinks that I love. Dave, the film guy. Economist, Dimitri, the Tim Pod, the Pickles, the Cassack. That I'm sorry, and now a list of people's dinks that I love is a really great name.
That's a good one.
Really well done. Fire Fee, Foolish Bale, Mitch, Progtoff, Spitgoth, Willem Dafoe. Probably the Willem Dafoe.
Probably the real Willem Dafoe, and you do love his dink.
Oh yeah, you see it in every movie he's ever been in.
I heard that his penis is actually so big that they've had to use a stunt cock because they'd be like, no one will believe that the human penis grows this long. I just heard it somewhere.
Yuri is a result of a spray fart, peg position, and search for the poop. Aaron MFJ, absolutely the best podcast, work in progress. Adrian from Baltimore. Allie, Ashwin, High Tops, TBJ, and Yuri Fruit. Oh, that's pretty good. Yuri Fruit? Because it's Ashwin, High Tops, TBJ. I don't know. Benjamin, Dale Earnsheart.
Dale Earnshearts?
Earnsheart.
Okay.
Fruit, give us the country roadie. I swallow cum. I don't know. My BFF, Jill. Jake. Jeffrey. Jesse, please repent for your sins by blank. Yo, Josh, Cage Pandas, Michael Fairless, Peggy Thrill, Roscoe Sebastodon, sorry I've been busy. You're going to have to do the last name again. Tariff.
Oh, Tariff Mir Abdul Bagi.
Mir Abdul Bagi. I can't do it. Why can't I do it?
I don't know. Maybe because you didn't know him for like 20 years and say his name like every day.
I think also like I have seen it and said it in my head like a bajillion times, but never had to say it to anyone else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I had never said the word Azerbaijan out loud for a long time, and then I started saying it as often as possible. But I wasn't sure how it was going to come out of my mouth the first time I said it, and I got to say, I love the way it feels in my mouth. Because there's two parts where you get to go, zhh.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah. And what's even more fun is saying Azerbaijani. Isn't that fun?
Mm-hmm. Have you been, you've had a lot of use for saying Azerbaijani lately?
No.
Okay. Taylor.
High Tops knows Fairless?
I guess. TBJ, The Final Dan, the rat that formerly lived in Rhodey's butthole but now lives in his beanbag chair. Thomas, Viva Hate, Yes, I Be a Newfoundlander by, and Zane. It's all out of, it feels weird, right?
Yeah. So Michael Fairless was our very first tour manager, and if we die on this tour, he will be our very last.
Really?
Yeah. Because he's tour managing us for this tour.
Oh, he is?
He's returned from the grave.
What happened to Michael?
He is out with someone else.
Oh, no,
but everyone
Jenny's
we know is named
so
Michael,
sad.
so...
Jenny's going to be very sad about that.
It's okay. He sent us a big long message to say, I'm so sorry, fellas. I'm too busy. And I like other people more.
Yeah, that's what it is about.
Yeah.
I like other people more. So let's talk about PTH news. Get your tickets. If you're listening to this, buy tickets.
Yeah, there's tickets available for shows, including, was it at the end of May in Toronto?
Yeah.
At the start of April and at the end of May.
In Toronto.
In Toronto. How did I say it?
I don't know. How do you normally say it?
Tirana.
How do you normally say it? Tirana?
Well, come to Tirana. Come to the Tirana show. See a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Do people in Toronto say Toronto?
Yeah. Nobody ever says the fucking other T. Toronto. No one ever says the other T.
But do they say did they say Toronto or do they say Toronto? Like, is it a ch sound or a t sound at the beginning?
Toronto.
True, yeah.
Like, I'm not from Toronto, so I don't know, but I say Toronto. Toronto, as Ashwin has spelled it. I mean, I'm from outside of Toronto. I say that too much.
There are some people that say Detroit.
Yeah, I've heard that.
People from Detroit, they call it Detroit. And it's weird.
There's a Toronto in Australia. We drove through it.
Isn't there one in Spain? España?
I don't know.
I think it's probably.
I think that toe hider guy's from Toronto.
Toe hider?
You never heard of toe hider?
No, is there a guy who hides his toes?
He's like I think he's like a prog guitar prodigy named Toe Hider. And I think he's from Toronto.
But does he hide his toe? Is that why he's called toe hider? Because he always hides his toes? He doesn't want to give out free toe pics?
He doesn't want to give out free Tootsie Picks.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to come see you guys in Tilsonburg.
Say the first three words of that again.
I'm going to come see you in Tilsonburg.
Say just the first three words.
I'm going to come.
Where?
In Tilsonburg.
Oh. That's a good place to come.
People come. Canadians add extra U's and stuff to things.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Canadians love to add extra U's to things.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Why?
Do you mean the U sound or like actual, like, are you talking about like the British spelling of words like color?
Yeah, just the British spelling. Oh. Like color and, you know.
Well, we didn't add them. You subtracted them.
No, you added them. And so you should add a O to Tilsonburg. And so it's Tilsonborg.
Is there not one?
No, there should be.
Is it spelled like the Borg Collective?
It should be. Tilsonborg. I don't know. It should be. I learned today about a Rideau Canal. Is it?
Yeah. I was skating on that just a few weeks ago.
Stop.
Yeah, the Rideau Canal.
You ice skated on it?
Yeah, you can skate for like, I think it's like 12 kilometers.
Do you know why it exists?
No.
So when they made it, they were worried because like the main travel route was the St. Lawrence River.
Mm-hmm.
And Canada was on one side and the U.S. was on the other side. And they were worried about if they went to war with the U.S. that like their main shipping route, from Ontario into Quebec and everything, would have had to pass right in front of American guns on the St. Lawrence River. So they made this canal that goes up and connects to the Ottawa River that then goes to Montreal. So it essentially lets them still travel that to the same place, but they can avoid that stretch of the St. Lawrence where it borders the U.S.
My days.
I know, I watched it today on YouTube.
Most people use it in the winter to like skate to school or work.
Skate to school?
Yeah. People will just like leave their houses with their skates over their shoulder, strap them on, skate a few kilometers on the fucking canal, get to school, put your skates in your locker.
I guess if you gotta give the dogs a rest on the dog sleds.
No, people really do that. People skate to work, skate to school. It's cool. There's beaver tails out there. You ever had a beaver tail?
No, what is it?
It's a fucking crazy donut. So good.
Is it different than like a elephant ear?
I've never heard of an elephant ear, but it seems like they'd be pretty similar.
Let's find out if an elephant ear and a beaver tail are the same.
Does it have powdered cinnamon sugar on it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's seeming pretty similar.
It is the same thing.
It's the
Elephant ear
same
and a
thing?
beaver tail are the same thing. It's just fried dough.
Yeah, with the cinnamon sugar on
Yeah,
it.
it's real
Do you guys
good.
ever put like Nutella on it and strawberries and shit?
Some people do. I just eat it plain.
Some people put like lemon on it.
Lemons?
Yeah.
Like a lemon curd?
Some people eat like a sweet one.
Yeah, it's weird.
Sorry, not a sweet one, a sort of tart one.
Yeah. I like the cinnamon and sugar.
Myself as well.
Let's talk about the acoustic set.
Okay.
Did you guys finalize it?
No. Tim and I are just still talking about it. We don't know what we're going to do. We want to do one song from every album, including the new stuff.
Okay.
Which it would be kind of cool because that'll probably be released before, like, we'll be doing it before the album's out, and people will be like, what the fuck is this fucking song?
Yeah, I think that's true.
But that doesn't, we don't know if it'll be enough for a set. So we were thinking of maybe like covers we could do, stuff
You
like
should
that.
do covers.
Yeah, Tim said Pink Pony Club. I said, okay.
Yeah, you should definitely do that.
That's the only one that was even mentioned. He was like, I know how to play Pink Pony Club. And I was like, oh, I like that song.
You know who Yeardley Smith is?
Why is that name even familiar to me at all?
She's the voice of Lisa Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
She did a dramatic reading of Pink Pony Club on Instagram the other day.
Cool.
It was very good. As Lisa Simpson.
Leandra said cover Coheed.
Can you do
Yeah,
that?
that'd be cool. I would like to do maybe like the older stuff, like what's that? Everything evil in you comes out. I really love that song. I love that record, Second Stage Turbine Blade.
Second Stage Turbine Blade.
I think that's what it's called.
Is it a part of a spaceship? I thought all Coheed stuff was about a spaceship.
I think it is. Yeah, I think the story is about spaceship stuffs.
Okay. I like spaceships.
You do, I know it.
I don't know a lot of Coheed. I've listened to Coheed, like I've listened to it, but I'm not like into the whole
The story,
like
yeah.
the lore of the whole thing, you know. Keeping
Andrew
Secret.
said, then the album. Oh yeah, Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth. Honestly, those are the two records that I know the best. I feel like as I was like digesting all of their material, more and more just kept coming out, and I couldn't keep up, despite the fact that I really liked it. I couldn't keep up with all of it.
There was also maybe HK could sing some Mandroid songs.
Yeah, I bet he'd
He
be
knows them
fucking
already.
over the moon to do that.
He already knows them already, so he could just sing them. He's a good singer, right?
I think he writes a lot of the lyrics for Mandroid, if not all of them.
Well, he's a good singer, I think. I've never heard him sing, but he looks like he might be.
I think he could probably carry a tune.
Maybe. So you don't have a set yet. It's probably going to have some covers. It's probably going to have some new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just going to be you and Tim?
I think Tim, Ben, and I are going to do it. So there will be guitar, piano, and vocals.
Oh. Tim's going to do piano for all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. What is your expectation of HK and Hank while this is happening? Just, are they going to dance? Are they
No.
gonna...
There's no money on earth that would persuade HK to dance in front of a room full of people. Now, HK is not opposed to dancing.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would do it on stage in front of a room full of people at a show.
What if you gave him exceptionally tight pants?
Maybe exceptionally short shorts.
Oh, okay.
He would maybe do that. My fingernails are really long right now.
Does it drive you nuts?
It does drive me insane, but I refuse to bite them. So
it drives me nuts too when my nails get long. I have to do something about it. Could they just work like a confetti cannon?
Now that's thinking. We used to have confetti cannons. We loved them.
Yeah. But then somebody got hurt.
No, we just lost them.
Somebody got shot in the eye.
Shot in the eye with confetti? That wouldn't even hurt at all.
Yeah. You ever had a paper cut on your eyeball?
No. Nobody's ever had a paper cut on their eyeball.
You don't know that. High Tops makes confetti cannons. He could drop one off for you.
High Tops makes smoke machines.
He just said in the chat that he makes confetti cannons.
He's lying.
Okay. High Tops, do you also make t-shirt cannons?
Ooh.
Better than t-shirts. Skate deck cannon. You can get rid of those skate decks real quick. He said it'll shoot whatever you put in it.
Yeah, right.
Box of diarrhea. Okay. What else could they do?
Sorry, what else could who do?
HK and Hank, could they hand out leaflets?
I think likely they'll just be in the audience.
Yeah. I mean, I think so too, but I just want to give them a job.
They maybe won't even be in the audience.
Something. They might just be taking a nap.
Like, I think realistically, it depends where we, like, when we start rehearsing this stuff.
Yeah. Probably.
If we find, like, a necessity for bass or drums, we could definitely add that in. And I think down the line, that will 100% be the case. Because this is something that we don't want to be just a one-off.
Yeah.
And it does suck to, like, put any kind of work into a set that is going to be performed fucking once.
Yeah.
Yeah. We really kind of botched it. Really wanted to plan like after parties and stuff where we would perform this way on this tour, but just never.
Never
really got around to doing it. My whole thing is like ideas, no action.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm really good at ideas. I like ideas.
You are good at ideas,
They're
but you put them into action. You put your stuff into action.
I start them.
Yeah.
I can't finish.
No, me neither. We're a bad combination of people because we have the exact same qualities.
We really like learning a new thing and trying it out for a minute and then going, cool, that was fun. What else is new?
Oh, but my thing is like when I'll learn something for a while, I'll be like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I'm never going to be like good enough to actually fucking make it into something. So I might as well stop.
Yeah. Like you start it and you're like, oh, this is so fun. And you work on it and then you look at somebody else who does it like for a profession and you're like, fuck this.
Exactly. Like we're animating right now, having lots of fun. And then, like I watched that show Invincible.
Yeah.
And then like I'm just watching it going like, how would I ever be able to do this? I would not.
Yeah.
But I guess the reality of that is you need to look a little deeper and be like, this is a team of animators.
That's the thing. I do that too. I look at it, I'm like, oh, they have like a whole studio full of people that do this shit. Stuff.
Maybe we just get good at like doing hair.
For the acoustic set, if everything's going to be super quiet, are you going to use a microphone?
Yeah.
Why?
So that I can hear it in my in-ears.
You don't need in-ears.
Well, but then why would I be wearing them?
You wouldn't. Then why would I be wearing?
I'm going to get new ones just for the acoustic set. Yeah, I need new ones.
Special ones? You should have a pair just for the acoustic set and a pair for the other stuff.
Well, I had like a nice pair of good ones, but I broke them and then I never got new ones. So I just been using generic ones for a long time.
and you're like, they're fine.
Yeah, Ash, when we do want to record,
there's no difference.
we do want to record the acoustic set. I would like to like get together a session and fucking like have Malen there and playing violin on some stuff. Have Truk on a fucking acoustic or something like that, and like get an environment like the 222 in Oshawa, the former dungeon, and just like set it up with cameras, fucking make it look cool with like a couple really simple lights, and then just fucking like run the songs until like they're good enough and release. Like just play them a handful of times and film it, and then go blah blah blah. Here's like a little fucking I don't know what you call it, a DVD.
Yeah,
is it a DVD?
Yeah, it's a DVD.
It's a Blu-ray.
It's a tape. You putting out a videotape.
Yeah, Betamax.
There you go.
Oh, we should put it on a laser disc.
Do you remember laser discs?
Yeah, I remember them because I thought I found the soundtrack.
Disc.
I thought I found the soundtrack to The Mask on vinyl. And I was like, whoa! And then I was like, oh, fuck, this is a laser disc.
Laserdisc is wild. My friend's parents had Laserdisc, and all it was concerts. All they had were concerts on Laserdisc.
Sick.
Yeah, it was pretty...
Laserdiscs were just huge CDs, huge DVDs.
Huge. Yeah, gigantic. They were like CDs because they had to be huge to hold all the stuff because the encoding wasn't good enough yet to put video on a CD size thing. Yeah, they were. It was wild. Wild times, man. So that's the acoustic set. That's it. That's all we know.
I think so. But comment in the comments if there's a song you would particularly like to hear from our catalog, or if there's a song you'd be interested in us
covering,
doing in some other way. Yeah.
Which one of you guys plays horns?
Oh, we all do.
You all do. You all have a history of playing a horn instrument.
In the original iteration of the band, everyone but RF played the trombone.
All trombone.
All trombone.
Should bring a trombone back.
I don't know that any of us... Tim might be able to still rip it. Tim played a bunch of stuff, though. He played tuba. He played baritone. He took a fucking rip on a trumpet for a little bit. He was very gifted.
I think it would be nice to have a horn. Horns don't...
That's just because you're horny.
Love. They don't get enough love in rock and roll music anymore.
They shouldn't, okay?
They should.
They should? Which ones? Be specific.
The saxophone.
No, I knew you were going to say that.
We need to go back to having saxophone solos in rock songs.
Listen, there was a guy that showed up in New York on, not the last tour, but the other one. And very nice guy. Really nice guy. He showed up and he played a saxophone solo in Moontooth's set and Calloused Cowboy's set. And it was on their records. There's plenty of saxophone. I'm pretty sure Monuments have a bunch of saxophone.
Yeah, but not in the way that they did in the 80s where it made you like feel funny in your tummy because it was so sexual.
How do you want to do it?
I want it the sexual way. I want
you're saying that they didn't play it in the sexual way.
Not now. When they do it now, it's not like in the context of like in this film the two main characters are going to be doing it in silhouette. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what rock and roll needs to make rock
and roll needs a little more sex appeal.
Yeah, it does.
Now, Ashwin's saying that Less Than Jake have a lot of horns, but that's a ska band. Of course they do. Yeah. It'd be weird if they didn't.
Yeah. This jazz ensemble has lots of horns. This big band. Okay. We have a bunch of viewer questions.
Okay.
That I wanted to get into. Before we get into Wait, Ashwin says, I was listening to this band that combines like heavy metalcore with horns. Can you just tell us what the band is, Ashwin?
Yeah,
Don't just tease us.
Sounds terrible.
I think it's probably awesome. The horns part, not the metalcore part. I don't love metalcore. Hey guys, you had Todd on the pod ages ago. Can you imagine that there are people that think this podcast started ages ago? How long have we been doing this?
Too long.
We're in season 3. We've done over 100 episodes.
Oh, man.
Any chance at securing Chris Hanna? Says, I guess it's bad timing for him, but it would be phenomenal timing for me personally. That's from Mighty Rutabaga.
I don't know that I could, man.
You don't think so?
No.
Would you be too nervous?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, as stupid as that is, like, I feel like even when we toured with them, like, I was just like, hey, Chris, like, barely spoke to him.
But don't you, like, secretly want to be best friends?
No.
No?
I mean, yeah, but no. Listen, I'm sure he's an awesome dude, and I've had a chat with him here and there, and you know, fucking sent a message or two about the Leafs so over the years, but I don't know. Just like the songs that he wrote just mean so much to me. I don't think I could sit here and like have a conversation with him and be proud of myself at the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I followed him on Instagram, he followed me back.
Yeah.
And I've been very tempted to just be like, yo, I do this podcast. You want to jump on this podcast? Todd did it.
Yeah, and I don't know why I feel differently about Todd. I think I spent a lot of time with Todd on that tour, and he dispelled his own. I just got comfortable with him. I'm still so scared of Chris. Because inside I'm a child.
I'd send a message to Chris going, hey, can you ask Jord if he'll be on our podcast? Todd's been on. Can you ask Jord if he'll do it and not ask Chris?
Yeah.
And Chris was like, I would do it. And be like, oh, no.
Oh, sorry. No, we had to talk about it.
We'd be too scared to talk to you. We'll talk to Jord. What was the largest venue that Protest ever played?
I don't know.
Was it that Quebec festival? That's pretty big.
No, I don't know. Because the European festivals are huge, right?
Yeah.
They're too big to count. It would probably be one of those events.
Okay.
Like fucking Grass Pop or what have you. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like the biggest show we've ever played that was like just us was probably fucking History 2 years ago. The first History show we played.
Somebody asked, and I think this goes into something that we're looking at doing, said, hey, does Bandcamp really pay the artists quickly and fairly? And no, they don't. Bandcamp robs from artists. They're a horrible platform and should be ashamed of themselves.
Whoa.
Yeah. But so is
6
Patreon.
times a year. 6 times a year they give you all of it. I don't know if Bandcamp is like that egregious. They take a percentage, right? Like
15.
They take a rather sizable percentage.
Pretty high.
But I at least
like
they're not comparable to like a Spotify and Apple Music sort of thing. They're
right.
It's a much better platform than that.
Yeah. So those, like, obviously everybody knows Spotify's trash.
Mm-hmm.
And streaming services in general. Some are better than others, but none of them fairly compensate the artist. And Bandcamp has a slightly different model in which, I don't know, 15% seems like a lot for basically processing transactions between people. Patreon, for example, takes 8%. But Patreon also has like, there's some good engagement tools and things that they provide on their platform.
Sure, but they're
That really
bullshit
the
as
money
well.
goes. It is. It is. It's not great. None of them are great.
Did you watch that Boke2 Media thing I sent you? Yeah.
Yeah. Which is the thing, like, we may move away from Patreon for the podcast, depending on how easy it is to get set up on this other platform that we're looking at. And I would be happy to do that because, you know, want to support somebody who's making something good for everybody. What is that?
2 passes to
what?
Reptilia.
What's Reptilia?
Wouldn't you like to know? I'm a member twice over.
It's that reptile place.
That's right.
It's like a zoo for lizards.
Ashwin, you can use Bandcamp. I mean, like, it's... I said, like, this is the thing I don't like when we talk about something like that. It's like, we're not trying to guilt any of the users by any means.
I use Bandcamp.
I just want people to also be aware of the fact that it's like artists are in a really tough spot. Boo-hoo! My fucking art!
I mean, this is something we talked to Ben about from Creator Destructor, because he was very early into the Bandcamp thing and then quickly realized Bandcamp was not what it claimed to be, and he quickly disavowed Bandcamp because of it. So right now, I mean, I think other than just like coming to our houses and this is because Lefty156 says, what's the best way to put money in the pockets of Fritz and the band? And it says, I want to get all of you so rich that you have to really fight the urge to turn into cocaine angels from Dunsel. I mean, Patreon right now is probably the best way. Buy stuff on Sheet Happens. Buy tickets and go to shows. And, I don't know. I can't think of other ways.
Sorry, I fell asleep.
It's okay. I know, it really sucks to talk about money.
Ashwin, you can't Venmo me money because I don't have Venmo because Venmo doesn't exist in Canada.
It does not. What is your favorite Propaganda album? And I'm going to answer this question for you.
You are?
Mm-hmm,
do you know?
Because I think I know.
Okay.
I think it's Less Talk.
Less Talk was the first Propaganda record I ever bought.
Yeah.
And I love it dearly.
Yeah.
But no.
It's not your favorite?
It's Supporting Cast.
It is?
Yeah, Supporting Cast is... I love it. I love Supporting Cast. I love all their records. There's not a fucking record that I dislike. There are records that I like more than others. And there are records that when I first got them, they weren't like the top of my list, but like later on, like Potemkin City Limits, I fucking liked that record a lot, but then I went out and bought it because I was driving this like car with the CD player at a time, and I was just like, I don't have any CDs. So I just went to the CD store and I was like, I'll just buy one CD. And I bought Potemkin City Limits, and I just like drove around in this stupid little car and listened to only Potemkin City Limits, and that one is like right up near my top favorite now.
So essentially you're saying you don't like Failed States.
And Failed States is not my favorite.
Yeah. You don't like it.
I really like it. I love it, but it's not my favorite.
I'm going to have to tell Chris.
It's got some songs on it that I fucking love, like crazy. But yeah, I think that record is really strong with Todd songs.
Yeah.
And I think it's not that the Chris songs are like weaker than the Todd songs or anything like that, but like there's an element of like this like catchiness that Chris just sort of like, I feel like it missed a little bit on that record.
I thought I was.
It's too dark and scary
right.
for me.
I thought I was 100% right on.
I love Less Talk.
I know. I thought I was right.
Like of the like early iteration of Propaganda, yeah, Less Talk's my favorite.
I mean, is the early iteration of Propaganda just how to clean everything and less talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe Work Quantity is job number 1.
Okay.
And there's like EPs and like 7 inches and stuff.
Yeah. What is Oka Everywhere?
That's a song.
That I stopped at Oka Everywhere?
The best thing I saw on TV was that SQ cop catching a bullet with his teeth. Condolences, I'm Canadian. I bet your husband was a fucking stuffed pig. There's an acoustic version of it as well. One time I found the acoustic version on YouTube and I was like, holy fuck, I have been searching for this for like 7 years. I haven't heard this in so long. And then I went to leave a message similar to that effect, and I was like, whoa, there is a message that already says that. And then I looked at it and was like, it's from me 10 years ago. I was like, holy fuck, man. So if anybody finds the acoustic version of Oka Everywhere, there's a comment on it from me.
This one. What? Pokemon. Oh, how familiar are you with the Pokemon?
Unfamiliar.
Okay, then we won't be able to answer this.
Let's do it. Let's try.
Which Pokemon resembles each member of the band the closest?
Garmond.
Garmond? I don't know who that is.
It's they make like fish finders and GPS devices.
Garmin?
Yeah. The Pokemon.
I think there's one called the Snorlax.
Yeah.
I think there's one
That
called
sounds
Pikachu.
For sure, and that one would probably be Ben because if you're peeing at him at the urinal beside him, he's gonna Pikachu. Every time him and I are peeing at the urinal, he goes, "What Apple Watch is that?" I said, "Ben." It's a Model 8.
That's a really good line. Okay, so I think that's as close as we're gonna get because neither one of us know Pokemon.
No, yeah, I know Pikachus, I know Squirtles.
Oh, Squirtle! I forgot about Squirtle.
And did I say Garmon?
Yeah,
Garmon?
yeah.
Garmin.
Snorlax?
I'm saying Garmin.
Garmin.
A Bulbasaur.
Isn't Garamond like a font?
I don't know. I know Pokemon better than I know fonts.
I think. Oh, Charizard. Ashwin says Charizard.
Okay. A Bulbasaur.
I think a lot of them. Bulbasaur. I think a lot of them also are just things spelled backwards. So there's one like that's a snake called Enax.
Is that true?
Snake spelled backwards.
Sometimes when I think about like why I don't know anything about Pokemon, I think like, oh, I'm too old for it. But then that's not true at all. Like it's been around for a long time, and I remember my next door neighbor, this lovely fella named Dan. He was a very close friend of mine. He had a little Game Boy. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Oh, I got Pokemon. Let's play it." He got it for Christmas, and like I played it for 2 seconds. I was like, "This sucks." Like I've never hated anything more than the like 2 seconds of Pokemon I played as a child.
Yeah,
and I was just like, why isn't this like Streets of Rage? Why isn't this a run and gun?
Oh, it's not Enax, it's Ecans. I don't know. I don't play Pokemon, but I just know that they're backwards.
And it makes less sense. God, all my cards are... I flipped my wallet over because my driver's license was on the screen and my credit card was on the other side of it.
Now I gotta go through and blur it all out. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry, Enax.
The final question in here is about... This is a very serious question.
Oh, fuck.
I know.
I hope it's not about... what's the other one? Digimon. If you guys could have a Digimon.
It's a very serious question about Digimon.
Bakugan.
How do you deal with anxiety or like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you're your own worst critic.
Of course.
Right? Except for that one guy on Reddit.
Yeah.
How do you deal with it? I know how I deal with my anxiety.
Yeah. I think
share that.
We're going to say the same way. Poorly.
Oh, yes. Poorly and medication.
Oh.
Yeah, I take pills for it. I also I have the hugest calves on a human being because I'm constantly like bouncing my legs all the time. Oh, nice.
You bounce up on your tippy toes?
Yeah, so my calves are just huge. I got like ridiculed about them, like in college. Like my teammates were like, "Why are your calves so big?"
You got ridiculed. Oh, why are your muscles so defined? What a loser!
No, but it's only my calves. Like they're disproportionately huge compared to the rest of my leg, and like. It's because my entire life I have gotten out nervous energy by bouncing my legs. I do it all the time. The camera shakes in here all the time. I can't stop it. I don't know I'm doing it. And
that's true. I often have to check the news for Detroit earthquakes.
When
we're filming.
Yep. So that's one of my things. I pace a lot. I fret about all kinds of stuff all the time. I overthink. One of my therapist's favorite words is ruminate. I ruminate a lot on things. Yeah.
I marinate about things.
I used to do a lot of self-medication.
Ooh. I like that one. I do that.
The booze one was a big one for me. And then
see, here's a wonderful thing about booze is you fill it up and all your anxiety goes away, and then you wake up in the morning and you have a fun, different anxiety called hang-anxiety, and you go, was I acting weird last night? I hope I didn't share the secrets of my soul. I hope I didn't say anything weird to anyone.
Oh God. Yes. Yep. And then you're like, I can't do this again. Can't do this again. And then by the time you get to the evening, it's like, I feel kind of better.
Yeah, I'd fucking drink. It'd be nice.
Better, but now I'm anxious about everything that happened, and now I'm gonna drink it away for a little while. Yeah. I mean, I think that's it. I mean, I think we all have
we did a whole
anxieties.
episode on getting stage fright and anxieties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know what? That episode actually taught me some stuff. I go into shows now, and I get very, very nervous before the shows, and I don't think that anxiety and being very nervous are the same thing.
Sure,
they're adjacent, but I use that weird little trick that you told me about, where you go, "I'm excited."
Yeah,
and it's like it's weird because I'll say it out loud, and people hear me, right? Like, or one time. Like, it's so often, like, you just, like, I say it out loud. I just go, I'm excited. And, like, people will turn over and be like, good. And be like, thanks. Or, like, the guys in the band will be like, yeah, man, me too. And I'll be like, oh. And then I have to fight, like, the explanation of being like, I'm not excited. I'm very, very nervous. I wish that this was over and we were drinking beers in this place. Because then it defeats the purpose of trying to trick your brain. Because then you just explained it to yourself.
Yeah. Yep. I have not successfully used that yet.
No? I don't know. I don't know if it works, but I do it all the time.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad. I'm really always my happiest when I'm helping other people. I'm very bad at helping myself or accepting help from others.
I'm my happiest when I'm sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, but well, here's what you gotta know is that I'm a really happy guy. So just when I'm sleeping, I'm so happy. You don't know happiness like me when I'm sleeping. And I'm even happy when I wake up, just not as happy.
You're happy when you wake up every day?
I'm pretty happy.
You wake up and you're like, yeah, all right.
Pretty much.
I
wake up and I go, what happened on TikTok in Australia during the night?
I wake up and go, oh, fuck, not again. And then I go, why is it so cold in here? And it's like 1,000,000 degrees in my house, and I'm like wearing 3 sweatshirts and a robe and everything because I got the anxiety colds, and I got to go sit in my office and look at like what nightmares came up overnight that I had to deal with. And,
Is it from the Australians?
Yes, it's from the Australians.
Oh, no.
Always the Australians.
Sometimes I wake up, and if I wake up on cold, I go, oh no, the sickness got me. I've got this weird sickness that I get where I'm like very feverish for just like only a day. Mm-hmm. And, like my body aches and I'm short of breath and I have headaches and like whatever. By the end of the day, it's always cleared up. But like I am so sick, I'm incapacitated. It happens once every couple months and I just go, oh, I got my sickness again. And then I just text Cage and I'm like, hey, got my weird sickness again. See you tomorrow.
do you think, have you considered that Cage is poisoning you?
Something's happening. Something's happening and I don't know what it is. It's never happened on the road. It only happens in my room. Like I wake up and I'm just like, oh, I'm so cold. And then I go, I'm short of breath. Oh, my sickness. My weird sickness.
Do you get the chills, like the body shakies?
Yeah, I get like, I don't know, like I'll be fucking freezing cold and then I'll be burning up and then freezing cold and burning up.
Yeah. Because usually when it hits me, it wakes me up and then I have to pee, but my body is like shaking, like shivering uncontrollably, and I'm trying to pee.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
peeing all over the bathroom.
I'm not considering sitting down to do it and make sure that it all stays
You're too manly.
Contained. Yeah.
You're too much of a man to sit.
It never dawns on me to do that.
I flat out like sitting down peeing. At nighttime, no way you're catching me, Stan. No way. I will wake up intentionally happy in the middle of the night just for the purpose of an opportunity to sit down and pee. What a pleasure it is to just relax for a moment.
Just wait. Just wait. It's going to grow old.
No, it won't.
Soon. Yes, it will.
I only started doing it somewhat recently.
No, you're still young. Your prostate is still healthy.
Just wait. I started waking up peeing a couple times a night recently. Yeah. I do it a lot.
It's not great.
It's okay.
Really disrupts your whole life.
I wish I lived in the wilderness so that I could just open the front door and pee.
It's closer to go to the front door to pee than it is to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I'd have to go all the way downstairs.
Oh, but if you lived in the wilderness, you'd live in a cabin of sorts. You wouldn't live in upstairs.
But if you live downstairs in the cabin, that's where the bears and the wolves go. And also
just lock
the zombies.
Your doors. Bears can't go through walls. They're not ghosts.
They're not fire.
Yeah, what is that from? Why is that?
Community. Fire can't go through doors. It's not ghosts. And then it was then they did the same joke like a season later, but in reverse. Ghost can't go through the doors. It's not fire. We have this game. We've been going for a while, though.
Let's play a game.
Okay, let's play this game. So here we go. I got to get this thing pulled up here, and then I got to share my screen with you.
Here we go, Lucy Lou. Here we go, Lisa Lai. This is water, Ashwin. He said, cheers, Rhodey. Cheers, water. Can you do that? Oh, shit.
Here's a bracket. Fortress and Volition got a first round bye.
Why?
Because it randomly did this.
Oh.
But this is just the top left portion of the bracket.
So for listeners only, he has put all of our albums into a little...
This is the top. So imagine a 4-region bracket. And there is... The top left region is albums.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to choose. And the first matchup is Scurrilous versus Palimpsest. In a play-in game.
Okay.
So is it Scurrilous or Palimpsest?
For me?
Who wins?
I say Palimpsest.
I think Palimpsest too. Does the chat think Scurrilous beats Palimpsest? High Top says Plimpy.
Mm-hmm.
Does it bother you that people call it Plimpy?
No. I feel like that started in a Twitch chat shortly after, like, the day it was released. People started calling it Plimpy, like, right away. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
This is the winner. Okay.
Okay.
Keziah or a calculated use of sound?
I know what I think.
You think it's Keziah.
I do, yeah.
Everybody says Keziah.
And so does the chat, yeah.
So it's Keziah. Keziah is the winner. Okay. So now, in this quadrant, Fortress versus Palimpsest and Volition versus Keziah. Now it's getting tough.
Yeah.
High Top says Palimpsest. I also think Palimpsest. Cheese.
I don't know. I kind of think Fortress.
G says Fortress. Any Fortress people in the chat?
I don't know, chat. What do we think?
Yeah, I know. It's 2-2.
Yeah, Leandro says
Ashwin?
Fortress.
Ashwin's probably gone. He's like, what, me? Ashwin, Fortress. Okay, so Fortress beats Palimpsest.
I think that's fair.
Keziah or Volition? I will always say Volition.
I'm going to answer last on this because I don't want to influence anyone's opinion, and because I'm like involved in it, I don't want anybody like worrying they're going to offend me because they're not going to offend me, and I don't want them to be influenced.
We've got 2 Volitions. Leandro says Keziah. I'm Volition. Cheese.
Oh, Volition, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Okay, and then Fortress versus Volition.
Oh, shoot.
I got Volition. For sure. I love Volition. I think it's fantastic. High Top's Volition. Ashwin Volition.
So it doesn't matter what I say.
I mean, you're like, I don't want to pick between my 2 children's.
It would be 3-2, right? Yeah, I would say Volition.
Yeah. Okay, Volition.
I mean,
okay.
It's probably Fortress, but...
Yeah. All right, so now we go down to the next section, which is songs.
Songs?
Yeah, I picked some songs.
Okay.
So the play-in rounds are Skies versus Blood Meat and All Hands versus Lil Snakes. And so we got to do Skies versus Blood Meat first.
I agree with the chat.
Skies.
I agree with the chat. It's Skies.
I think it's Skies.
I'm glad the chat is saying Skies because, I mean, fortunately, the chat is quite small. I think if we had a larger group of people, Blood Meat might have a little more contention. But, yeah, Skies, for sure.
Okay, and then All Hands versus Snakes. High Top says All Hands. Ashwin says Snakes. Leander says snakes.
Snakes. All I know is that All Hands goes over really well live. I think I like All Little Snakes better as a song, but All Hands goes over really well live.
It is a great live song.
Yeah, Little Snakes.
Nice. That's my favorite song on the record. Okay, now we have Mist versus Skies. It's a volition shootout.
Mist.
High Top says Skies. Ashwin says Skies.
Oh, my word.
Leander says Mist. You said Mist. I say Mist.
Yeah.
Mist wins. Eat shit, High Tops and Ashwin. Little Snakes versus Turn Soonest.
I'm going to say Turn Soonest. Turn Soonest is like the ultimate
Turn
live
Soonest.
song.
It's so good.
It's like, I don't know. It is like the biggest fucking chorus we've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I know it like comes from an era that is maybe before a lot of people.
Leander said, this is unfair. I think it's Turn Soonest.
Yeah.
All right. Turn Soonest wins. So now we have to go Turn Soonest versus Mist.
I think it's Mist for me. My headphones fell off. I can't hear you.
You don't have to. This is too hard.
It's
High
weird.
Tops, you say Turn Soonest versus Mist?
I think maybe that's right, because if Mist in a Vacuum is like so different than all the rest of our stuff. And like, so if it came out and it was like, oh, Mist is the fucking #1 song we ever did, it's like, oh, then we fucking suck. Because this is like so different than anything we've ever written.
All right. Turn Soonest wins.
Oh, I should work with someone from Dildo the other day.
All right. So now we're going to go up to the next section of the bracket, which is tour stuff.
I don't understand how this is going to come together in the middle.
We're going to figure it out. We're going to get there. So in the play-in round, you have to choose no Florida or no Texas for a tour. And then also you have to choose whether you'd rather play at a big festival or in like a good size hall, like History or something like St. Andrews, like a hall.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the first one is no Florida or no Texas.
So there are places within both of those places that I really like, but if I had to pick one that we were like not going to play, I would say no Florida, just because the last time we were there, it was like really poorly attended. I mean, Texas was pretty poorly attended as well, but we played 4 shows in 4 days, and they were like fucking an hour away from each other. So the fault was
basically
ours.
Split up. Yeah.
Whereas Florida, we played 2 shows, and it was like one place the venue double booked us and made us go to some other horrible place, and the other place
that's right. You ended up playing like at a weird community center or something.
Yeah. Florida just wasn't interested in us, so I'm going to say no Florida, and it's not because I dislike Florida. It's just maybe because
I really want to put
me.
no Texas just to bash Ashwin, but I think that's the right choice.
Bashwin.
Yeah,
you just save yourself some time.
So would you rather play a big festival or in like a good size hall?
I don't know. Both are great, but festival, because like summertime, having fun in the sun.
For chat, would you rather see protests at a big festival or would you rather see them like in a good sized hall? High Top says hall. Leandra, I guess hall. Ashwin festival. It's 2-2. I'm the decider.
Okay.
I'm picking the hall.
Okay.
I hate outside shows. When you guys played that festival in
St. Kitts,
I was miserable the whole time.
I
couldn't even move my feet for days.
It was a weird rainy day.
Texas or no Florida?
What does that mean?
That means you got to choose one or the other. One thing that you want more than the other. You got to choose. I got to go to Texas and do a thing, or I get to not go to Florida?
I choose Texas.
You would want to go to Texas.
I like Texas.
Ugh.
Why?
Because it's Texas. So dumb. All right. Would you rather play a hall or like a small club? Right? Like we're talking history versus playing like, what was that first Detroit show on Halloween is for Always?
Yeah. If it's that club, it's a hall. I like a small club, I do, but not that one.
Okay. So then you have to choose. Would you rather have to go to Texas or play in a hall?
Play in a hall.
Okay.
That's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it could be in Texas.
All right. The next list is of people who have made appearances on protest records.
Oh, this is fucking unfair, dude.
So you got to choose. In the opening round, it's Kayla Howren against Chris Hanna and Jada against the Indiegogo Singers.
So Jada easy goes in.
Okay, Jada's through. All right.
Now,
and then Kayla or Chris?
So this has to be Chris, not any disrespect to Kayla, but just because I see the next bracket and the funniest thing to do is to face Chris and Todd off against each other.
All right. So in the next round, we have Todd Kowalski versus Chris Hanna. You have to. Who would you rather have, Todd or Chris?
Oh man, it's so hard.
Yeah, I'll make sure that they both see this.
Oh, thanks.
I'm kidding.
No, that would be
No way of doing that.
What a nightmare it would be if they witnessed any of this podcast. Oh man, I don't know. Like Chris did the sex tapes thing and it's fucking awesome, and I hate the sound of my voice after his part. It's just like, oh, back to me, fuck, and his voice was so like strong and fucking punchy. And all of Todd's parts that he's ever done for us have been so fucking awesome.
Ashwin says Todd over Chris.
Oh, really?
Leandra says Chris. Ashwin says bringer of greater things, Rhodey. Night letters.
I know. They're fucking the best. Todd is, and I have not set a preference for either. This is a really difficult choice. I will make the decision. This way, Todd has done 2 vocal pieces and a bass piece. Mm-hmm. So he would have more singing to do, and it would make for like a less instrumental show. So I'm going to pick Todd just based on the fact that his body of work with us is more.
Okay. Then and now the next one is Jada versus you. You have to pick. You or Jada?
Like, I have to pick Jada. How do I pick myself?
I don't know. You can pick yourself, but if you pick Jada, then you're out.
I like Jada more than I like myself.
Okay. All right. Fine, Jada. Then Jada versus Todd.
Man, they're both so wonderful. I'm just going to pick Todd.
Okay.
Just because he's cool.
All right. So now we're into the final 4. Okay. So you have to pick Todd Kowalski versus playing in a hall.
This doesn't make any... this is what I was worried about, was that the final brackets aren't going to make any fucking sense. What's wrong with you? I would rather have Todd Kowalski than playing in a hall.
Okay. You never get to play a hall again. It's Todd Kowalski. Okay. And then on the other side, you have to pick Volition, the whole album, or Turn Soonest.
Volition.
Song. Volition. Okay. So now you have to pick Volition against Todd.
What is it going to mean if the final answer is just Todd? It's like a dream catcher be like, I'm married to Todd. I got 6 kids.
That's correct. You live in a mansion.
Yeah, I drive a fucking garbage truck. I picked Todd.
The chat is all saying Volition.
They're wrong.
Yeah, it's Todd. So Todd Kowalski wins the Protest the Hero random bracket.
That was you cooked up a good one, man.
I have a gift for you.
I have a gift for you.
All right, I gotta send it to you here.
Now you take off the screen share. Oh, you could probably put your gift on the screen share. So
yeah, I could.
So that everybody can see.
I'll stop it just for a second while I pull it up and everything, and then we'll put them on there.
And then I'll send you my gift, and you can put it on there.
Yeah, that will work.
That'll be so cool. You won't even have to fuck around at all.
That is the truth. No fucking around. Well, where the fuck is it? Oh, I know why. I'm so dumb it's not in that place. It's in the actual episode folder where it should go.
Shut up. Sorry, I'm just kidding. I would never tell you to shut up.
Yeah, you can tell me to shut up.
Shut up. I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding with you.
I am so kidding with you right now. Oh my god. I thought I was going to win this week, and I am not. Fuck.
Why?
Me, dude. That is so good.
Did that one turn out okay?
Oh, God, it's so good. All right.
So I've been watching a lot of that show. I've been watching 2 shows. One is called Castle Rock. It's like Stephen King universe kind of shit. It's violent and wonderful. Yeah. But then I've been watching that show Invincible, which is a cartoon, and it's really violent and wonderful. And then I was just thinking about you.
This is just incredible. I'm disappointed in myself.
And I wanted to make an animation of it, but just didn't have time.
I got to get this down here so I can share it properly. Okay. And then here we'll do share. Here we go. Window. This one. Share it. Look at that. Now, somebody else is punching my eyeball out.
It's not me because I have tattoos. No,
because you have tattoos. So somebody else is so mad that they are literally punching my eyeball out of my head.
Let me ask you this. So I made another one and I put like a weird thing in it.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah, let me ask you this.
This is from Futurama.
Yeah. And which one do you like better?
Okay, let me see. I gotta get it to the other one.
Because I felt like there wasn't a whole lot of action in that.
Stop it. Get this out of here.
And let me answer this question in here. I actually had a real question. Will the new record be out this year? Okay, Fritzy, get ready to censor what I'm going to say. So only the people in the chat get to hear what I'm going to say.
Okay. This is the other one you shared with me.
Yeah. I made the smack.
Yeah, and the cartoony impact.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. That's why I sent the other one first.
I like the other one better, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. But I freaking love this. All right, let me stop this one, and then I'll do the other one. Here's something else. Window. Oh, I can't do that. I have to get rid of this first. I'm just learning this, just like everybody else. Just like
you're doing great.
I'm just learning it.
I'm not even trying to learn it, so it's not like me.
Let's do this guy. Here we go. You see it?
Yeah, I see a blonde version of me with a much better beard and a thing that says cheese feeder.
Okay, here we go.
Is that popcorn?
Mm-hmm.
Bacon?
Cheeto.
Cheeto. Spider. Pure shit. Spoon of yogurt. I ate the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. It's a cheese feeder.
Oh. So I couldn't eat Cheetos.
Yeah.
Because lactose. But otherwise, clearly you got How Blonde I Am.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's great.
I made you eat spiders.
You made me eat a spider.
And that wasn't yogurt, by the way.
Yeah, Ashwin, to answer your question about a single, maybe the single will be closer to the answer I gave earlier, considering the fact that I didn't realize that Fritzy's saying today's the first day of spring.
It's okay. Everything's fine. Oh, High Tops has a gift he'll send me. It's going to be he's going to text me a gif of this sturgeon mouth going, and it makes me want to vomit. He does it all the time. He thinks it's the funniest thing ever.
That's just a sturgeon. It's a sturgeon's mouth.
Sturgeon mouth.
And he wants you to put it on the screen.
I'm not doing it. It's disgusting. Okay. So let me stop the screen share.
Okay.
I think that's it.
That was a pretty good one.
We did the episode.
We did a whole episode.
One whole one. Thank you to Ashwin, High Tops, and Leandra for hanging out.
That's right.
There were other people that said, yes, please, I would like to come, and then didn't show up.
That's okay. I don't care about those people.
Yeah, me either. High Tops says, now I regret it. But I think all that's left to say is for Leandra, High Tops, and Ashwin to eat shit and go fuck themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back another time with another episode about something.
And to everyone else, you can eat spit and go pluck yourself.
You can also pick a picture from your...
Is he she?